What's up everybody, you're watching Model Aviator, I'm Adam. This week we're going to take a quick look at a very versatile model, the E-Flite Conscendo Evolution, and then we'll take it out to the field for a fun flight. The Conscendo Evolution is aptly named. It has evolved over the years and is the third version of the 1.5 Conscendo line. This one boasts several improvements, the primary two being a much stronger and stiffer airframe and a lot more power to facilitate higher speeds and more aerobatic capability when you push it. The Conscendo EVO is what I would consider a park flyer sized motor glider, but given its speed capabilities, if you were going to fly it at a park, I would say use caution. If being down low and really cooking is your thing with this, you might want to reserve that for an actual flying field just to be safe, unless you have a spotter with you at the park that is on point. It comes as a plug-and-play and a bind-and-fly. It's your typical 4-channel configuration, aileron, elevator, rudder, and throttle control. It does have an abrupt brake on the motor with a foldable prop like any good motor glider should have. It has a convenient snap top loader. There's plenty of room in the battery hatch for the recommended battery packs. They recommend a 3-cell 1300 to 2200 and 4-cell 1000 to 2200. We used the Spectrum Smart 2200 30C 3 and 4-cell packs when we flew it. If you get the plug and play, of course you'll have to provide a receiver yourself. If you get the bind and fly, that will come standard with AS3X and optional Safe Select, as well as most of the standard smart telemetry capability, including gyro information and even a G-meter if you have a compatible Spectrum transmitter. There's also plastic skid plates under the front and rear of the fuse to cover you if you have to land on harder surfaces. When it comes to the assembly, the manual is very well written. Everything is very well explained and descriptive. As you can see here, there are very few parts you're going to start with. It will only take you a few minutes and no glue is required. The manual is also a great place to start when it comes to your preliminary setup before your maiden flight. If you do what it says there, you're going to be fine. They cover all the bases, including how to program your transmitter. Now, one of the things that they do say is that all of your control clevises should be in the outermost hole on all the control horns. We did make some mechanical adjustments there just to suit our flying style. We came in 1 hole on the elevator and 2 holes on the rudder and the ailerons to make the airplane a bit more responsive to suit our personal taste. You of course don't have to do that. When it comes to rates, we are at 100% rates on all control surfaces with 0% expo. Expo is also something that is per pilot, so you can adjust that to suit you once you fly it and see where it needs to be for you. Flying the Conscendo Evolution is a good time. It's one of the better selling airplanes in the E-Flite lineup, and the reason is versatility. You can slope soar it, you can thermal soar it, you can use it as a sport and somewhat aggressive aerobatic airplane, and you can fly it as a speedster. Now let me tell you, the sound this thing makes when you're hauling the mail at full throttle on 4-cell, it screams by, and the sound puts that chill down your spine. It is truly thrilling in the way that a speedster should be. Also, when you get this thing up high, power off, you point it south. When it goes by, the whoosh sound that it makes when it glides by quickly is almost as infectious as the sound it makes at wide open throttle. So it is a thrill to fly, but it's not hard to fly. Horizon says it's a skill level 2 airplane, and we absolutely agree with that. That's be the first airplane after a trainer, and you can set this thing up so that somebody that's mastered a trainer can easily fly this airplane. One thing that you want to watch out for, in ground effect, this thing's a floater. You can find yourself going way past the point you want to land at, so it takes a bit to get used to. You have to kind of learn to do a low, slow approach to put it anywhere near your spot. You can go to RC groups. A lot of people are advocates in the thread on this airplane of programming flaperons in, and there's instruction in that thread on how to do that. That makes hitting your spot much easier if you decide you might want to go that route. The plug and play is $199.99. The bind and fly is to $29.99. Now, in my opinion, given the versatility, capability of this airplane, that is a very fair price point. If you decide you'd like to put one in your hangar, we'll put a link in the description where you can do just that. When you go to that link, it supports our channel, and when you do that, we appreciate it. Thank you. So, we're going to get to the flying. First part is going to be just a little bit of footage on 3-cell. You can kind of see how it is on 3-cell, and then you're going to see a full fun flight on 4-cell, and that's where this airplane shines, in my opinion. So check this out. Enjoy the flight. Thanks for watching. Happy flying. We'll see you next week with something cool with wings. There's plenty of power on 3-cell to do most sport aerobatics, and certainly to get you to altitude quickly if you want to glide around. It's respectively fast on 3-cell as well, but the speedster option really comes into play on 4-cell. Now we're on 4-cell, and you'll see the complete flight. Acceleration, speed, and vertical get pretty spectacular on 4-cell. There's just something about the sound this thing makes cutting through the air. It's awesome. That was a lot closer to the deck than I intended. Now I have my eye on a buzzard. I want to see if this guy will let me soar with him. I don't think he's too keen on it. This is what I'm talking about with the ground effect. It just floats and floats. You can absolutely get used to doing a really low and slow approach and put it where you want it. Or you can do what I'm going to do here, which is just basically fly it on and let it slide to a stop. Either way, it is one fun airplane, and the only tricky part you'll have to learn is how to get it not to be an awesome glider, which with a glider, a pretty good problem to have.